Hey YouTube, how you doing? Welcome to the 1 Minute Barber. My name is Michael Home. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review of this very different and very special hairdryer. Now this hairdryer says it is the lightest hairdryer in the world and that it's 7 times more powerful than conventional hairdryers. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Let's get this thing unboxed and we'll see what it's all about. So this is the box for the Gamma Professional IQ Perfetto. And you can see on the front it says 294 grams. However, I weighed this box and the box was 1.8 kilos. So a good weight of a box, if I picked this up as a gift, I'd be quite delighted because it's nice and heavy, good weight to it. And they've put the key things on the front of the box here. Motor speed, 110,000 RPM. That's 110,000 spins per minute. And extra long life. However, those are not the things I'm looking for as a professional. I want to look at other aspects of this hairdryer. So I'm going to open it up now. The top of the box just slides off, as you can see. And inside the box there is a little welcome pack inside the box there, and some instructions. Put that to one side, and some more information which we can read later. Now, when I bought this at the salon, the salon supplier, the assistant took this piece of paper out of the box and drew a highlighted square around this area, which is all about cleaning the hairdryer. So more about that in a moment. But as we look at the box, we can see this is really nice cutout of where the hairdryer is. So in the box we have a diffuser. There is a very narrow, wide concentrator and a slightly narrower but thicker concentrator nozzle. So let's take this off here and we'll see what's inside the box. So we'll take the diffuser out. There's the diffuser, and you can see wrapped around inside the diffuser is this 3-meter cable. This hairdryer comes with a 3-meter cable, and the dryer itself fast forward 1 week in this unboxing, and I've been using this for a week now. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the features of this hairdryer now that I've used it in the salon. So the first thing is these buttons on the side. Now these are digital display buttons. If I lift this this button here by 1 notch, you can see speed, 3 speed settings and 3 heat settings. Now this button on the back here, it actually goes up twice. It goes up once to switch it on, and once to lock the settings. So when you're working, you decide on the settings you want. Okay, so you switch it on, you decide the speed setting you want, and you decide the heat setting you want, and then you'll lock it. You push this right up, and then this won't change. Okay. On the front, the cold shot button. Now, I like to have the cold shot button on the front of my hairdryer because I'm working like this and I just want to pull it. I don't want the hassle. I had a Dyson before and it was a little bit of a hassle because the cold shot was on the back, so I had to move my hand down, and with the Dyson my hand covered the vent and I had to hold the cold shot like this. So this is a better placed cold shot button. Okay, now on the front of this hairdryer you can see that it's not just your standard round hole that the air comes out of. It's lots of little vents, and the force that this puts out is incredible. I mean, really, just, it's so powerful. It almost, when you have it on, it almost lifts up out of your hand, like it wants to push back. Oh. So, very powerful, and I think it's to do with these little vents here. Something else that they talk about with this hairdryer is the Venturi effect, and this happens because of these little holes here. So as the air passes through the hairdryer out these nozzles at the front, there's a vacuum effect that pulls more air in through these holes and out that way without adding more power to the turbine at the back, okay? However, that Venturi effect, I doubt it works when you put this on, because that slides in and covers those holes, okay? So probably won't work with that on. All the same, it's still very powerful. Now, one of the really cool features with this is how you clean it. And I was really impressed with the idea that they've come up with for cleaning this. So I switch it on and then set it down on the lowest setting, and this is so cool, okay? The back of this comes off, you twist, 2 bits come off, and you get this little mesh that covers the turbine on the inside, okay? So with that set up, okay, it's switched off. This hairdryer will go in reverse and blow hair out the back, any debris. Now, when you're cutting hair in a salon, a professional environment, 180,000 hairs on a head, you're going to get little bits of debris congest around this very fine metal filter. So that's the hairdryer in reverse now, and it's blowing air. That's the hairdryer in reverse, and it's blowing air out the back of the hairdryer and cleaning that little vent and filter. So let's put this back on. There's little notches for putting it back on. Now that's a really clever idea. When you're working with your hairdryer in the salon, you do notice that the performance of your hairdryer goes down when the vent at the back gets congested with little bits of hair. This is very, very light to use, this hairdryer. The lightest hairdryer I've ever used. It's a premium plastic that's on here. It feels soft to touch, which is nice, and very light, as I said. Now, it comes with 3 nozzle attachments. What I've found with the nozzle attachments, this is the widest nozzle. Now, when I put that on, it actually diffuses the air to some extent. It diffuses it. Because it's so wide, the force is less, I would say, than if you were using the narrower nozzle, this one. And you can see that it's probably about 2/3 of the width, this one. Okay, so there's those 2 nozzles and this diffuser if you were going to do something with volume, curly hair. Quite hard plastic. It just fits on there. One thing I would say, I mean, I've seen various different methods with these nozzles of how they attach, and sometimes they spin really easily. These, when they get on, this was, I would say, one of the downsides of this hairdryer is when you put them on, they're quite stiff. Now, when I'm working, let's say I'm working down the side of someone's head, like this, okay? And then I want to work on the top of their head. I don't want to go like this with my arm, okay? I want my arm to stay here, and what I'll do is I'll turn the nozzle like that and dry. But if you really push the nozzle in, it gets quite stiff. So when you're working, you want to turn it to where you want, okay, and work. It gets very hot, the nozzle, and it's quite stiff. So you don't want to be holding it for too long when you're turning it. That would be a downside of this hairdryer. I wouldn't let that put you off. I really, really love this hairdryer. I've been working with a Dyson for a long time. This one has for me replaces the Dyson. This is the future of hair tools. Gamma Professional. Now, I'm not sponsored by Gamma. I don't endorse their products. I just really like this. I will have a link in this video for like an Amazon link that you can go to if you're interested in buying one of these. I hope it's been helpful for you. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos on hair or hair tools or anything to do with gents hair. This is the channel for you, okay? Catch you next time, guys.